Hello, hello. Hello, hello. What's up, guys? Welcome, welcome. Hey, Nick and Sean. What size shirt are you guys? All right. For hoodies and shirts, I'm gonna get everybody one. I just wanted to. See what's going on. Rachel, good afternoon. Sorry about the email I sent out earlier, which probably all of you got. Dude, it's been a stressful morning at Hambone's headquarters. Let's do that. And let's do that. And that. And we're good. Guys, I think if there's ever been an easy set for Stuck at Home with Hambones, it might be today. Today might be your set. We'll see. Some teams, whenever I think it's easy, some really good teams fall apart. So, and sometimes I think it's easy and I'm very, very wrong. But I do think that today is a great set. We got a lot of people playing for the first time these days. We'll just let them think it's this easy all the time. Come and win the monster game. It's that easy. Thank you. Glenn Sparks, good afternoon, buddy. Good to see you. Hope you're doing all right. So, guys, I'm in the middle of a negotiation. Just to give you a sidewalk update, I'm in the middle of a negotiation with the construction company doing the sidewalks to do our driveway. I said, while you got everything out here, why don't you just do our driveway? And he said, yeah, let me call the owner. We can do that. And then he came back with a price, and it's concrete. But my goodness, concrete driveways, guys, incredibly expensive. There was some serious sticker shock going on. But then I called my dad and I was like, Dad, should we do this? And my dad was like, yes, got to do it. I don't know. 500 square feet, concrete driveway. My driveway right now is a hunk of junk. We'll see. Gonna have sparkly new sidewalks. It'd be nice to have a new driveway. But I was not ready. I thought I don't even want to tell you guys what I thought the price would be, but I didn't come in anywhere near. Guys, it's 12:21. We're going to get going in 9 minutes. Angie Cathcart, welcome back. James, welcome back. Glenn, I'm hungry for lunch, man. You're in Florida, right, Glenn? Guys, by the way, I know I didn't have the link to buy the hoodies and t-shirts. I'll say this probably 3 more times, but the link to buy the hoodies and t-shirts are in the description now. Those hoodies and t-shirts are for sale. Tampa. My brother's in Gainesville. Hasn't been there for a year yet. I don't know, but telling someone from Tampa that my brother lives in Gainesville is like telling someone from New York that my brother lives in Philadelphia, but there's a Florida connection. There's a T.
Is it T-shirt? Hambones?
That's right. Made by an Indianapolis company, no less. That is correct, Scott. Heather Tees made the T-shirts and hoodies. Couldn't be happier with what they look like and feel like.
They're so soft. You should get them.
Thanks, Doug.
And they say Hambones on it. So technically, if you get them and you're playing at the same time and you like and subscribe, you've just done it all.
You've done it all, but except for you haven't told them to do it in an Australian accent. So,
well, you see, the thing is, when I do an Australian accent, this got to be like I got to get hyped up to do my.
I understand. All right, Glenn. I lived in Carmel from age of 2 to 2nd grade. Then I moved to Baltimore, Maryland. Then I moved to Plano, Texas. Then I moved back to Indianapolis, Indiana for high school. Then I moved to Austin, Texas for undergrad, Bloomington for grad school. And I've been in Indianapolis since. Born in California. Yeah, I have. We're going to get going here in about 7 minutes, guys. 7 minutes. The trivia capital of the world is overcast today, but it is delightful outside. It's a good day to negotiate a new driveway with a cement company that isn't really motivated to do my driveway. Oh, Zach, I didn't know you had a Baltimore connection. Yes, indeed. I was in Baltimore for 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th grades. And Baltimore, here's what I think about Baltimore. There are not many cities in the United States that have a very distinct culture unique to that city, where you could be dropped into the middle of that city, and because of the way it sounds and looks and feels and tastes, that they are different, right? So like I love Louisville. I don't know if Louisville is all that different from Nashville. Both are incredible cities, right? And maybe that was a horrible, but maybe like Indianapolis and St. Louis, or Indianapolis and Charlotte, right? I really like cities that have a distinct culture, and Baltimore is one of them. The way people talk, the food, the things that are important to people of Baltimore. It's an incredible city. I agree. It's underrated. Good afternoon, MJ Sullivan 54. Howdy from Sarasota, Florida. Are you a resident of Sarasota, Florida, or are you just stuck there and you decided to quarantine there? I was talking about this with my brother yesterday. If I had told you guys, let's just say a year ago, that the NBA gone, NCAA, March Madness, Olympics, Wimbledon, Masters, school, all of that. The only thing that if I would have said in a year, all that's not happening. I think we would have thought we were at war. Yep, Zach, you're right. You're right. I went to an all-boys school in Baltimore. And I played baseball and not lacrosse, which is not the sport that people play in 5th grade in Baltimore. All right, guys. So just a reminder, Monday through Thursday, we've got our 12:30 family game. Friday at 6. Friday, there is no family game. Friday at 6:30, we've got a 90s pop culture trivia. Saturday at 6:30, we have Know Your States. Know Your States trivia. That is brought to you by Shelby Materials. I would say the heck with all that as long as we have Hambone's trivia. Jam, let's go. Trivia capital of the world is exactly right. We'll make it to Baltimore one day. I'll go back to my roots and I'll say, guys, I don't know if you remember me or not. The hoodies and tees are for sale in the link below. Would love it. I can't wait to see my first hoodie or t-shirt in the wild. Those are made by Indianapolis owned and operated Heather Tees. Today, our game is brought to you, as always, by Blocks Rock, by Michaelis, and by Industrial PC. I want to just talk for 15 seconds about Blocks Rock. Blocks Rock is a board game. They say they market it as a board game that's good from 4 years old to 104. And this is not me just selling this game. We played this game for years and years and years before they asked to sponsor this. And there's competition to it. There's thinking to it. There is speed to it. And they very much are aware of how brains work. They market it as a STEM tool. And with how much kids love it and how valuable it seems to be to their development spatially, I think it helps in a lot of ways, and they really enjoy it. Declan enjoys it. Henry enjoys it. I enjoy it. We play it together. We bet on the outcome. You can literally play it for 5 minutes or 2 hours, and it's fun. And all Hambones OGs get 10% off when you go to blocksrock.com and you use the promo code Hambone, all caps, Hambone. That's 10% off your Blocks Rock order. I'm telling you, moms and dads, if you want a good new game that helps young minds think in ways that they don't typically think, Blocks Rock is a incredible option. And you get 10% off when you enter the promo code Hambone. That link is also below. Guys, it is 12:30. This is your family stuck at home with Hambones game, brought to you by Blocks Rock, brought to you by Michaelis. That's a restoration company for fire and water restoration. They're the Hambones trivia of the restoration game. And Industrial PC, friends of Hambones trivia, they have decided to bring the people the trivia they need. We are forever grateful to our friends at Industrial PC. Hold on one second. Dan's calling in, guys. This is great. Hold on. Hey, Dan, merging you through. All right, here we go. All right, guys. Where is your son? And don't have to answer this question if you don't feel like it. I don't feel like answering that, Josiah. All right. Monitor that. All right, guys. Just as always, there are 4 rounds to Hambones trivia. Each round has its own rules. Round 1 is 6 questions, multiple choice all, each worth 5 points, and 30 points is a perfect round. Here we go. The games are unlocked. Enter your 7-digit code, enter your team name, and try to win today. Today is Wednesday, which means we would be at Fat Dan's, Roots Burger Bar in Muncie, and Giacomo Pizza. Let's play for Fat Dan's today. We'll play for Fat Dan's, $40 to Fat Dan's, the best brisket, wings, hamburgers, cold beer. They've got locations at Mass Ave and Carmel and Sobro, which is where we play Hambones trivia. Guys, round 1, question 1. Aside from the Dakotas and the Carolinas, how many 2-word states are there? Aside from the Dakotas and the Carolinas, how many 2-word states are there? Question 2. Besides James and John, more U.S. presidents have had this first name than any other. Besides James and John, more U.S. presidents have had this first name than any other. Your choices are William, Andrew, George, or Rutherford. William, Andrew, George, or Rutherford. Question 3. According to the Mayo Clinic, allergies to these are the United States' most common cause of life-threatening allergic reactions. Is that shellfish, bees, eggs, or peanuts? Shellfish, bees, eggs, or peanuts? Question 4. The United States' first intercollegiate athletic event was in 1852 in this, which as a sport goes back to at least the Middle Ages. Is that archery, wrestling, rowing, or lacrosse? I was a son of a gun on the choices I gave you for that. That's a tough question because of the choices. Archery, wrestling, rowing, lacrosse. Question 5. Of the 5 state capitals that begin with the letter A, which is northernmost? Is it Augusta, Anchorage, Albany, or Annapolis? Augusta, Anchorage, Albany, or Annapolis? And question 6, final question of round 1. Of the 50 most populated U.S. cities, which has the lowest annual temperature? Is that Chicago, Buffalo, Minneapolis, or Detroit? Chicago, Buffalo, Minneapolis, or Detroit. Keep in mind, it's got to be one of the 50 most populated, and it's got to be the coldest among the 50 most populated. Go, go, go. Thanks, guys. Oh, man. Happy you're here, Dan.
Guys, mute that. Mute it for a second. Give me 2 minutes.
Dan, you know anything about cement driveways? Yeah. Like how much it should cost to get a 500 square foot driveway done in cement? Today is Tuesday. Correct, Lauren. I was absolutely incorrect about that. Today's Tuesday, which means we would be at Union Jack, Hotel Tango Distillery, and Behringer's on the south side. So let's play for Union Jack. Let's play for Union Jack and Hotel Tango Distillery and Behringer's today. That's my mistake. Timer.
Can somebody put the link in?
Link is in the description of the video. Is that okay? What? How much? Thank you. Thank you. So that would put, if it's $10 a square foot, that would make it 5,000. So I got a really good price. Time is right there, guys. I don't know what the big deal about time is. The timer's running. That time, somebody's going to sponsor that time, and it's going to be the best money they've ever spent. I had a dream last night that my brother's fantasy football team wanted to be a sponsor. I need more sleep is an criminal exaggeration. Understatement.
I don't know if they can't find it. But it's
Guys, time's right here. Time's right here. Look at that. That's how much time you got left. It's about 3 minutes right now.
You guys watching Dolly?
Dan, did you hear what mistake I made today? Have we talked?
Well, you get her out. I don't want her to read all day.
I made the biggest mistake in Hambone's trivia's existence. What's that? What's that, Nick? Yeah, except for instead of texting the wrong group, I emailed the entire listserv. Bigger than Lincoln being born in Kentucky. Yes. You guys got an email from me today. I'm trying to take perfect care of that email address and never, ever send it from my Gmail. And there it was today. I was like, why are people responding to this email that shouldn't have gotten it? And then there were hundreds that came in. Yes, I am. Oh, no is right, Scott. Correct. Yeah, it could have been way worse. But as far as taking care of that Gmail address so that Google doesn't have any problems with us, that was a big mistake. It was in reply to the winners last night, just saying congratulations. I was explaining to them that we don't do gift cards and that we just like they can go to Bluebeard and we'll Venmo them when they send us the receipts because gift cards take too long. So that's how we're doing it now. And so they had sent me their pictures from the night before, and I just replied, I was on the ground in a fetal position. I was so mad. Guys, you got 1 minute to get your answers in. 1 minute to get your answers in. Yeah. He was texting me about it. Yeah. The water's warm, man. The water's warm. Once you start making mistakes in trivia, it's easy to make that second one, Dan. Guys, you got 10 seconds now. 10 seconds to get your answers in. Yeah, it's real hard. All right, get them in, get them in, get them in. Get them in, get them in, get them in. Welcome to the family game, guys. I know I was a jerk on some of these choices, making some of these questions harder than they otherwise would have been. Aside from the Dakotas and the Carolinas, how many two-word states are there? Well, you've got West Virginia, New Jersey, Rhode Island. I've already counted West Virginia. Yeah, I have. You've got, I should never have gone down this road. Never. New Mexico. And I'm still missing one. The correct answer is 6. New York. 6 is the correct answer. 6. Besides James and John, more presidents have had this first name than any other. Correct answer, William. William. According to Mayo Clinic, allergies to bees are United States' most common cause of life-threatening allergic reactions. That correct answer is peanuts. Peanuts. U.S. first intercollegiate athletic event in 1852 was in this sport, which has its roots in the Middle Ages. At least this was a tough one, guys. Correct answer is rowing. Rowing. Of the 5 state capitals that begin with the letter A, Anchorage is a little tricky since it's not a state capital. Albany's a little tricky because it's not as north as a most populated U.S. cities. The one with the lowest temperature is Minneapolis, Minnesota. Minneapolis, Minnesota is your answer to number 6. Guys, you can go to round 2 now. Today, it is Name That Movie. There's 10 of them worth 3 points each. Go, go, go. I remember the time. I remember the time. See, right now I'd say I remember the time brought to you by, and then I could say, your company. Kohl's Department, brought to you by my main man, Dan. And Kohl's, when you need to dress right, dress with Kohl's. Yeah, I agree with you, Scott. Rolex would be a great sponsor for Hambones. Well, I mean, the U.S. Post Office, they're certainly making some money now, and they don't have their tour team. Tassat, yeah. Hey, Josiah, I don't know what you mean by Alabama, buddy. Sorry. Go ahead. Oh, okay. It's interesting. Bob Costas not doing Olympic commentary, potential celebrity guest host. I would love to have Bob Costas on. I would love to have Bob Costas. Bob Costas in the Lakers-Pacers NBA Finals. He was calling it for NBC. And I'll never forget two things that he said while calling those games. One, he said, "Oh, Josiah, this is Hambones, where the people know the states that begin with the letter A. We got them." Costas said, "Rick Fox once dated Tyra Banks, now married to Vanessa Williams. Needless to say, the NBA, not the only major leagues Fox is a part of." And then he said, "Reggie Miller runs into Shaquille O'Neal in the key. Shaq built like a building, Miller more like a one iron." That's true. He said it. I could not make that up. Shaq built like a building, Miller more like a one iron. Sugar-free Red Bull should be sponsoring us. CC&T Construction, concrete specialist. Guys, you got 3 minutes. Shaq did not have 8 points in 8.9 seconds. You know what's a great trivia question? I hope that's not annoying when I talk while people are working on their stuff. What's a great trivia question? Dan, don't look it up, obviously. But this question's for you, Dan. Answer in the chat. When Reggie hit 8 points in 8.9 seconds, what game of the series was that? Oh, yeah. He did commit a foul or two. No, it wasn't. No one gets that right. I'll throw it out to the chat. Guys, you have 2 minutes to get your answers in for round two. Scott, it was not game 3. It's amazing that people don't, and including me, before I wrote the trivia question. It was one of those things when I discovered it, I was like, this is going to be a trivia question forever. Nope, mom guesses 5th game. That is incorrect. What game of the series did Reggie Miller have 8 points in 8.9 seconds versus the Knicks? What game number of the series was it? I almost asked this in NBA. Blaine comes in with the answer. Guys, you got 1 minute to get your answers in now. 1 minute. Somebody last night in the Monster game told me that I'm doing the microphone all wrong and it should be pointing away from me. Let me know if that sounds okay, guys. I agree. It looks way better this way. It looks like I'm an actual newsman, late night host. 30 seconds. Get your answers in. Round 2. Emily Kaido. What's going on, Emily Kaido? Hope you and your family are doing great. Good to see you. Ten seconds to get your guys' answers in for round 2. It's Name That Movie, 3 points each. Yeah. Zach, you get it. Zach, that bad year thing is amazing. Guys, that's your timer. You got to get your answers in, get them in. It was Name That Movie. There were 3 points each. I've gotten a lot of emails thanking me for how kind I was. Thanks, Emily. And how wonderful it was that I made this an approachable picture round. I appreciate all your messages. You're welcome. Yes, I agree, Blaine. Absolutely. Guys, real quick before we go over the answers to round 2, I'm going to throw out a trivia question, little bonus trivia. Some of you may already have heard the answer. But when Reggie Miller hit 8 points in 8.9 seconds versus the New York Knicks, I believe that was in 1995. What game of the series was it? What game of the series was that? All right. Here are your answers to round 2. Number 1, one of the funniest movies by my standards in a long, long time. That is Best in Show. Number 2 is Lilo and Stitch. Number 3 is All Dogs Go to Heaven. Number 4, Big Hero 6. Number 5 is 16 Candles. Number 6 is Ghostbusters. Number 7 is Top Gun. Number 8 is Mrs. Doubtfire. It says, please Doubtfire. Number 9 is Black Sheep. That's probably pretty tough. And number 10 is Remember the Titans. Those are your answers to round 2. Those are your answers to round 2. Nobody other, you guys haven't played my bonus trivia. All right, guys, there are 2 rounds of trivia remaining. It's Stuck at Home at Hambone's, brought to you by Blocks Rock, Michaelis, and Industrial PC. 2 rounds remaining. Round 3 is the money round. Here's how the money round works. Every question has more than one answer. Every answer is worth 5 points, and order does not matter at all. So if I ask you, what are the 3 colors of the U.S. flag? You would put, if you put red, white, and green on 3 separate lines, that would be good for 10 points. If you put red, white, and blue in any order, that would be good for 15 points. Order doesn't matter. 5 points apiece. Let's go. Here are your questions to the money round. Round 3, question 1, in Inside Out, in the movie Inside Out, who are the first 3 people we meet inside the control room after Joy? Hope you got kids in your room and on your team, or adults on your team that care about Inside Out, one of the best Disney movies I've seen in the last year. And Inside Out, who are the first 3 people we meet inside the control room after Joy? Question 2, according to the World Wildlife Foundation, grizzly bears can be found in Alaska and what 4 other states? Grizzly bears can be found in the wild, native habitat in Alaska and what 4 other states? Question 3, the 5 states that have entered the Union in the 20th century. The 5 states that entered the Union in the 20th century are Alaska, Hawaii. You tell me the 3 others. Alaska, Hawaii, and what other 3 states have entered the Union in the 20th century? Question 4. Final question for the money round. There are 4 stadiums in the NFL that are not named after people or corporations. We're not including the Oakland Coliseum because that's no longer an NFL stadium. They are the LA Coliseum, Mile High, and what 2 other stadiums? Guys, that's the money round. Good luck. Go, go, go. Correct answer to my Reggie Miller question. Congratulations, Blaine Williams. You are the only one that knew Reggie hit 8 points in 8.9 seconds versus the New York Knicks in game 1. It was the dagger in game 1. Mahi Mahi, we're playing for all sorts of local businesses today. We're playing for Union Jack and Behringer's and Hotel Tango Distillery, where my main man Dan would be holding it down tonight. Timer. See, I would say right now, this timer brought to you by, and I'm not even going to say what I would say because no free ads, but it is. I'll tell you why. Tim, yeah, you might be right. It doesn't matter. That's why I took it off the board. Yeah, there is a chance. It's unknown, I think. But that's why I took it. That's why I eliminated it as an option. Emily Kaito can't access the round 3 sheet. Emily, stand by. We'll post that link directly in the chat below. You guys got that? Thanks. Emily Kaito, class of 1999, Cathedral High School in the house. Thank you. Emily, that should be, yep, you got it, Emily. I'm sure you see it, but that's the direct link. Yep. Kathleen, if you're playing, I just got your text. I'll reach out afterwards. Guys, right now we have 46 teams, 145 players. Quaint little stuck at home with Hambone's family game. Couldn't be happier to have you guys. We'll be back tonight at 8:30 for our second game of the day. We've got 90s pop culture on Friday at 6:30. We've got and at Saturday on 6:30 we have Know Your States. That's 50 states, 50 questions. That is going to be a ton of fun. This is the Family Game brought to you by Blocks Rock, Industrial PC, and Michaelis. Each Indianapolis owned and operated. Each the Hambones trivia of their respective fields, and each dedicated to bringing you the best trivia in all the free world. Emily Kaito, I hope you are squared away and saw that link. That is the direct link that Nick posted for you. I just got a response to the email that I sent to the entire universe, guys. Which, I mean, I've only gotten, you know, a couple hundred. And this girl, because the email I was responding to said, "Hey, we're from Sacramento. We were so happy that the last question was Sacramento." And the email I just got said, I got out of this email by mistake, I think. I mean, I'm from Sacramento, so I'm pretty sure I'm pretty upset I missed whatever question it was. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm an absolute idiot. It is my very first mistake. Thanks, Jim. Guys, Jim Scahill just thanked Hambone and the crew. Let me introduce you to the crew real quick. We've got Sean Meehan. We've got Dan Cahallen, and we have Nick Meehan on the line today, making sure the game runs smoothly, getting you guys what you need. I want to thank all of them for helping the trains leave on time, for getting this done day after day after day. We're doing virtual events, and we're doing themes, and we're doing our family game and our monster game. They got to have calls with me all the time. I'm talking about social media and emails and sponsorships and everything. Couldn't do it without them. So want to thank them. And if you want a Hambones Trivia hoodie or t-shirt, the link is below. Made by Heather Tees, which is also an Indianapolis owned and operated company run by Heather Neal. That is the Hambones Trivia of apparel for small businesses like Hambones. I can't wait to see hoodies in the wild. Oh, I can't wait. Right. I still haven't seen a sticker yet, and I've given out 1,000 of those. Which question's that? No. Yeah, if you haven't seen Inside Out, it's gonna. There's what you could possibly backdoor your way. Come to my driveway. Yeah, you do need it. You do need it. My mom needs a new driveway almost as bad as I do, maybe more. Guys, you have just under 3 minutes to get the money round in. No, to see the sticker. Oh, gotcha. You do need a new driveway. Mom, yes, your sticker is proudly on the back of your windshield, and I will forever be grateful. I don't count that. Guys, you have now 2 minutes to get your answers in. 2. Trying to make these games also a little bit more entertaining for teams with kids. It's not easy, but we're trying. So if you have kids on your team and they're not engaging or interested in what we're talking about, send me a message. Let me know what you'd like to see more questions about. We will definitely be able to accommodate that. It's hard to get a mix. All right, guys, you have 1 minute now, 1 minute remaining. Get your money round in. Jim, Broadway Friday night. I know that you want that, man. We will figure that out. I'm writing that down right now. Might be a Saturday night. 30 seconds to get them in. Could you do Saturday night, Jim? I'm not going to do a Broadway that you can't play. So we're going to have we're going to start having a Saturday night theme game at 8:30. Starting next week, we're going to have Fridays and Saturdays. All right, guys, that's your timer. That's your timer. I changed the sound. It's so much more pleasant now. Get your answers in. Get your answers in. That's the siren. Here we go. Answers to round 3. And inside out, the first 3 people we meet inside the control room after joy. After joy, we have sadness, fear, and disgust. After joy, we see sadness, disgust, and fear. Question 2, according to the World Wildlife Foundation, grizzly bears can be found in Alaska and these 4 other states. Those states are California, Washington, Montana, and Idaho. California, Washington, Montana, and Idaho are your grizzly bear answers. Number 3, the 5 states that have entered the Union in the 20th century. Those states were Alaska, Hawaii, and the 3 that you had to name, New Mexico, Arizona, and Oklahoma. New Mexico, Arizona, and Oklahoma. And not including the Oakland Coliseum, potentially including the LA Coliseum. Mile High, what 2 other stadiums are not named for corporations or people? Those stadiums are Arrowhead and Soldier Field. Arrowhead and Soldier Field are your answers to round 4. Perfect, Jim. All right, guys. So I'm going to give you a scoreboard update here so you know where you stand heading into the final round. In 15th place with 85 points, it's Drunk Parent Society and Kids. In 14th place with 87 points, it's Taken Care of Quizness. Tied for 12th with 88 points, it's OHIO and the Hampton 7, which paradoxically has 3 people on the squad. In 11th place with 89 points, it's Team Valence. Team Valence with 89 points. In 10th place, all alone with 91 points, it's Aloha Beaches. Tied for 7th in a 3-way tie with 92 points, it's the Dan Fan Club Perennial Powerhouse. It's Wiggly Teeth Perennial Powerhouse, and it's Top Gun. Tied for 5th with 93 points, it's the Wildcats. It's stuck in North Carolina. They're about to make their run. I know it. It's Gordon in 4th place with 95 points. It's Gordon Bombay. In 3rd place with 96 points, it's Powerhouse Guy Ferry. And in 1st place in a 2-way tie with 105 points, it's the Fresh Prince and Skahill's dad and daughter. Skahill's dad and daughter from the east side, representing Manly's Irish Mutt. and the Indianapolis Fire Department, and the Fresh Prince, which is no stranger to the top of the podium. Guys, there's one round of trivia left. Here's how it works. Final round has 3 questions. On each of the 3, you wager anywhere from 0 points to 30 points. If you wager 30 on all 3 and you get them all 3 wrong, that's minus 90 points. If you get them all 3 right, that's positive 90 points. So nobody's begging you to wager 30 points on every question. Just wager what if you know it, wager. If you don't. Wager with prudence. Wager with prudence, or else you're going to lose. All right, guys, here we go. Last 3 questions of the night. Dutch. Question 1. Dutch, French, and German are the only 3 official languages of only one country. You name the country. What's the only country in the world whose only official languages are Dutch, French, and German? Question 2. A 2016 biography of a children's author is titled In the Great Green Room, a line from this classic book. A 2016 biography of a children's author, the biography is titled In the Great Green Room, which is a line from what classic book? And question 3, final question of the afternoon. A caveman-themed game in which rocks, quote unquote, were thrown at other players led to the creation of this product in 1969. A caveman-themed game in which rocks were thrown at other players led to the creation of what product in 1969? Guys, that is round 4. Those are your 3 questions. Wager with prudence. Go, go, go. I remember the time. Would have been another sponsorship opportunity. I would only say it when I talk about the timer. I think you're right. There's a little kid named Braden that lives 3 doors down from me. And he just took a peek into the hole created by the sidewalk construction and could not have looked inside it with more wonderment. It's amazing. He's got to be 4. Guys, just to let you know, if you, your organization, your company, your neighborhood, your family, your group of friends, whatever, wants a private virtual Hambones game, we do that. Feel free to send us an email. I sent you all one today, unsolicited, accidentally. Just send me an email. Let me know what you're looking for. We'll let you know how it works, what it costs, everything like that. We'd love to do it. Schedule is filling up like crazy, and that's for real. Yes, Glenn. Name the children's book, please, Glenn. Great. I have not yet tried them, Scott. I can't wait to try them. But when I'm sending emails to the entire known universe, that took out my morning. Nick, Scott knows more about OBS than you and I, and he was walking me through some of the things we hadn't done that when you and I were testing it out. Yeah, but remember when we were testing it out together? Yeah, he thinks he can get it down to essentially no lag. That you have to control it on both sides. We were only working it through the OBS side, and that you have to control it through the YouTube side as well. I didn't either. He told me about it. I don't know anything about scenes, Scott. I know nothing. Nothing. I want to be able to share the screen. I want to be able to have just like my little head right here while the picture round's behind me. All that would be amazing. I got nothing. And it's got to be so simple. I mean, you look at the people that can do it on YouTube and you think, how can I not understand how to do this? But I don't understand how to do it. A little bit. It sounded like it, didn't it? Yeah. A bunch of us YouTubers are getting together when this is all over. I'll talk to them about it. Once we figure out the lag, I'll have you send me some of your graphics and we can throw a few of them together. That's amazing, Scott. Appreciate it, bud. And the puppy's getting rambunctious in this house, just to give you guys an update. Dolly listens to me, and that's about it. That's correct. That's a great point, Dan. Guys, you got 3 minutes to get your answers in. 3 minutes. Get your answers in. Let's go. Register for 90s pop culture. Register for Know Your 50 States. Know that there's great themes coming. We've got Beatles and football and Friends and Academy Awards or movies. We'll have another Office. We'll probably have a Seinfeld. We'll definitely do Indianapolis / Indiana. Harry Potter, if we can find somebody to write it. Blaine, I'll do what I can. I love that you want it. Guys, get your answers in. Get your answers in. You have 2 minutes to get your answers in. 2. I want to show you guys some artwork that my main man has been sending me. It's unbelievable. All right. Zach. He's the guy that designed the YouTube logo. Yeah. Yeah. Guys, you have 1 minute. Tell me which one's your favorite, guys, when I send these. Hold on. Please hold. Stand by. Boom, boom, boom. Check those out. Guys, you have 30 seconds to get your answers in. 30 seconds. Text. Ten seconds to get your answers in. I know it's not the most incredible thing you've ever seen. So the second one, guys, get them in. The second one, I was like, what if we did this? Check it. The Hambone's logo is on the tail of the blimp. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, guys. Give all of them on a T-shirt. I mean, maybe not the first. All right, guys. Answers. Get your answers in. Here we go. Last 3 questions. Dutch, French, and German are the 3 official languages of only one country. That country, Belgium. Belgium is your answer to number 1. A 2016 biography of a children's author is titled In the Great Green Room. A line from what classic book? We were looking for Good Night Moon. Good Night Moon is the name of the book with the line In the Great Green Room. And question 3, final question of the afternoon, a caveman-themed game in which rocks were thrown at other players led to the creation of what product in 1969? That is Nerf. Nerf. All right, guys, those are your answers. Those are your answers. Here we go with the scoreboard update. Thank you all for playing the family game. Stuck at home with Hambones. Sorry about the email that you all got earlier today, if you got it. Only thing possibly worse would have been if every time someone replied, everyone got it. So at least that's not happening. Here we go. Number 15, in 15th place with 135 players. Not 135 players, 135 points. That's Sam Perkins and Big Smooth. In 14th place with 141 points is Eva and Pop. In 13th place with 152 points, I hope this is who I think it is. That is the Mullinators. Well done. In 12th place with 159 points, it's the O'Connor clan. Tied for 10th with 174 points, it's WTH and Orange. In 9th place with 175 points, just one more point than 10th place, it's the Drunk Parents Society with Kids. In 8th place at 177 points, it's Taking Care of Quizness. In 7th place, 181 points, it's Aloha Beaches. In 5th place, tie with 182 points, it's Dan Fan Club holding down Irvington, and it's Wiggly Teeth holding down the West Side. Well done, guys. That's a powerhouse packed spot there. In 4th place with 183 points, they're getting ready to strike. It's Stuck in North Carolina. In 3rd place, also there's 3 teams here ready to strike. In third place, 185 points. It's Gordon Bombay. In second place with 186 points. All over the leaderboard with these guys. Guy Ferry. And your winner with 195 points. It's Scahill's dad and daughter. A team of 3. Well done, guys. I hope you had fun. It was a great game, I thought. Thanks so much for playing. We'll be back at 8:30. Register for 90s and know your states. Buy the hoodies and tees so you can be the first one that I see out in the wild. I appreciate all of it. The Venmo is at Hambone's Trivia. We've got virtual private games if you want those. Otherwise, we're going to sign out from the trivia capital of the observable universe, Indianapolis, Indiana. I'm Hambone. This has been Stuck at Home with Hambones. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Can I end it here? We're good, right? Great game, guys. Congratulations, Mike.